Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk about Flutter. Flutter is a cross-platform app development framework designed by Google. It will help us to create apps which will be supported by Android, iOS, even web, and soon coming on the desktop. Soon will be supporting the desktop app development. So you can download Flutter from the official Flutter website. You can go into Flutter Dev and you can install for any operating system. I'm on my Windows. I'm just clicking on Windows. I'm on a Windows machine. I'm just clicking it. What Flutter? How to install Flutter? It's simple. Flutter given as a zip file. You have to download it and extract it somewhere, or you can git clone it to some. You can git clone it directly from the Flutter GitHub. You need to install. These are the requirements to install Flutter. You will be requiring. You need to install a Git, and you need to have Android Studio for running for building Flutter apps. You may need Android virtual device for running a Flutter app, even if you don't have the real one. And okay, let's talk about Flutter, how we can make use of it. You can create a template of the app by, or get the starting point of the app by running. First of all, if you want to, okay, I will tell you how to install Flutter. Download the Flutter app, set up Android Studio, download Flutter, then extract it to some place where you don't delete. I installed it on the documents folder, so I won't deleting it. You need to add Flutter to the environment variable so that it will be detected anywhere, which means you can any terminal can use Flutter. If you didn't add it to the environment variable and run Flutter Doctor, you won't be finding it, which means your installation is wrong. If you need to add it to the environment variable so that it will be detected by Windows on any path or any terminal. So okay, if you want to check whether Flutter is installed on your machine, you need to enter Flutter Doctor. So Flutter Doctor basically will give you make a check on check on the necessary tools and backends needed to create or build an app. You can the idea basically is Android Studio. But the best one I choose is Visual Studio. It has lot of extensions which can be easily downloaded and make our app development much faster. Okay. Next, if you see this, if you have ticks on Flutter Android chain Visual Studio Code. No, you need not to have a Visual Studio Code, ethical Visual Studio Code. It's not necessary. The cross mark on this are due to I don't use Android Studio and they did not have any plugin for Android Studio especially for Flutter, so it's giving that X mark. That's not a problem. Then we go on to run Flutter in order to get the starting point of an app. We just run Flutter create app. I already ran it. It will create a starting template in just 10 seconds. It will not take much longer if you currently install Flutter. Then you will get to you will see a list of all these files will be generated. Like this will contain all the Android essential parts, even the iOS. If you enable web, you can get even the development part. Just like every C++ program or any kind of program, the starting point is the main app. Like the Flutter is similar to any other programming language. It follows Dart. It has Dart language as the programs. Dart language is the programming language or the interfacial language. The like every C++ program, it starts with the main function. So when I run the main function, run without debugging, in case of Visual Studio or Flutter run, all these commands will do the same work. So I take advantage of the Visual Studio code to run the Flutter app. So building for the first time could take a few more time. If you don't, if you want to learn rapidly, you can just put the video in 2x speed. So what basically is happening? Flutter works like there are it has data type like widget. Widget is a data type. It works mostly on classes. It has extends stateless and stateful. What is stateless and stateful widget? I will put another video for that. But basically, this is how you can build apps. So Flutter comes with the basic template of this. Flutter comes with the basic app like this. When you press on the increment counter, press on the plus icon, you will see incrementing. You will see the counter incrementing. So how this is done? You can see that Flutter demo homepage. I will take up all the. Okay, I will just tell you this in the start. Okay, yeah. In order for you to increment the value of the increment this value, you need to have a stateful widget. What is the stateful widget? Stateful widget is a widget which maintains its state, like or a stateless widget. It has two types of widgets, like stateless and stateful. Stateless widgets won't rebuild often, won't rebuild. It will be like a static page. The page won't rebuild again, which means if you enclose this in a stateless widget, it won't rebuild. Whenever we click the button, it won't rebuild. But this being a stateful widget, it will rebuild. How the control goes? How the control goes inside Flutter? When you start the app, void main is called, and it will run the app my app. Then my app is a stateless widget. It returns a material app. Every app has a starting point of material. Every app will have will be have a starting material class. Everything is like a class. You can see material app is a class. It has title as a parameter, and the title as a okay, I will show you what. Go to definition. Yeah, this is the material app. It is a stateful widget. Whatever we given the value, like title is that title will come into this place. Like just like title, which will be displayed in areas like when in some devices you might know that that name is displayed here. This is just basically the Flutter demo. This will be going to display here. Due to the updation of the Android, just like in the AP30, I don't have it being displayed. Okay, let's continue with that. The theme that are display, it's the theme of our app. This is blue due to we don't specify any color. The what makes this app bar? It's called app bar in Flutter. This will be displayed. Yeah, a scaffold can have an app bar. Like scaffold is another class. It has an app bar as a parameter. Yeah, app bar. Uh, where this app bar, what will be which will be displayed? If we put it here, will be displayed as an app bar. Like hello, hello world, and I save it. You see, you can see the changes, right? Okay. What's happened in here? The thing that specifies the basic theme of the app, like if I write, not write, yeah, I will write redaction. Okay. Oh, so I can't use accent like in here. Okay, I will just try some other colors. Amber. Okay, enter. This theme will be followed all over the place. Like when it's like basically like HTML. I will show you right now. Yeah, visual density is something parameter. You can tweak it and it can see how the parameter changes the app, tweaking of the app. It extends my home page. A title parameter is sent. This title is set by the constructor. Yeah, this is the main place where these all these code are written. Like inside, you have pushed the button this many times. All these codes are written in here. It has a function increment counter which will be used to increment the value when we press the button. A scaffold can have floating action bar. This is the floating action bar. You can see that it has a plus icon. Like if I how this icons will work. If I add dot remove and set and save it, it will turn into minus. You can see that. But even if I click the function one, the function will be changed. Yeah. A scaffold will have an action bar. You can put any you can put scaffold in any place. But mostly scaffold will be on the top of the widget. Uh, on top of all the widgets, like each page will contain only one scaffold. Yeah, I will explain about how the center page is created. Like a scaffold, this contains the whole page, an app bar. This is the app bar which contains the hello world at the text inside it, and the center. The center widget is used to hold its child widgets center of the page, both center horizontally and vertically, and a column. You might remind, if you are familiar with HTML, you might remind of like column. But this column, like vertically placed one by one. Like vertically, all these elements will be placed. Like you have pushed the button this many times. Like we can make a copy of it and paste it downwards and paste it down somewhere, so we can find it. So we can find how it works. You can see that when I pasted it, double the times it print created a text which will show the value of dollar of what is the dollar of counter. If you are familiar with JavaScript or some other language, you or like it's like F string, F string in format Python. If you are familiar with Python, you can easily catch that. Yeah. What is this thing? What is underscore first? It's like private variable of the class. The private variable is declared here. Initially, this value will be displayed in that. And whenever we click the floating action button, the value increases because what happens? How the control goes? Whenever the floating action button is called, the onPressed method is called. The onPressed method is increment counter. This function. Go to definition. Yeah. Void increment counter. This function will update the state of the app. Whatever inside it is shown, it will update. It will rebuild the app with a new value. Like counter plus plus. Whenever if this is not inside a set state, like I can increase the value. I will show you how set state is working. That's like that's the most fundamental one. How you can update that. If I didn't like set, if I not enclosed inside, if I not enclosed the set state inside, just increase the counter value. What happens? When I click the increment counter button, only the value inside the changes, only the value inside changes. Like I can print counter value. You can see that it is changing internally, but not externally. Counter. Yeah. Whenever I click that, wait, is showing debug. Yeah, it's 60, 62, 63, 64. Like it goes on, keep changing internally, but we need to update the state with a new value so that it will be displayed in the app too. That's what set state is doing. What set state is doing is wherever we call the set state, it will rebuild the screen entirely. It will rebuild the screen when set state is called. It's going to rebuild the build any default build method. Every class which is going to return a widget will have a main build method. The build method takes build context. Don't worry about all these things. Yeah. The build returns the type of widget. So a scaffold is a widget, an abar is a widget, a text is a widget, center, everything in Flutter is like widget. When states initially when my form, like here when this is called, it will return. It's gonna call build function when my home page, by seeing this time, it's going to initialize this class. The class returns a widget type data, widget data type, which will contain the page structure, page elements, widget tree. This build method builds the page elements. Whenever you want to change the state of the app, you will be calling this function. You will be incrementing, you will do some changes to the app display values, and then you need to call them inside set state. You need to call them inside the set state to make the app understand that the value needs to be, the state needs to be changed. What this function makes is, it will again call the build method, which will rebuild the entire widget tree. Just in order to change this number to +1 or even many times incrementing the app, this builds the entire widget under the tree, like what codes inside what tree, what childs are inside the build function will be rebuilt again and again. We will be going to see some advanced things in the next video, so that we will like change only the value 138 and won't rebuild anything, which will give which will be more efficient than this. Thank you guys, thank you for watching the video. Don't stop to learn Flutter. If you are interested in programming and want to interested in building something, you can make use of Flutter. Flutter is I find Flutter very useful. You can build apps in like you can build apps in the smallest shortest time. Learning Java and building native apps would take long time. Even they are the best, they would give better performance. If you are a beginner, you can learn Flutter. Like you should learn Flutter. I don't tell that you should learn Flutter. If you learn Flutter, you will understand the basic things and you can move on to the Android Java. If you don't find Flutter very speed, you can even just give it a try. I will be uploading videos for like how I studied Flutter, like how we came to know about Flutter, how it is very useful for me. I even developed a TikTok app in just 1.5 months with Flutter. You see, Flutter is very useful, very super cool. Okay guys, I will see you in the next video. Keep on learning new things. Goodbye.